Um, oh, did I do that?
Oh, shoot. Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us today for today's webinar, Introduction to the New Mexico Minority Business Development Agency Business Center. And we have a special guest with us, Indy Vallejos, with U.S. Import Service. And I'm going to turn it over to our two panelists from the Minority Business Development Agency, Sophia Hanna and Mike Silva. And then we'll turn it over to Indy after we're done. So without further ado, Sophia, you go right ahead.
Okay, great. So good morning, everyone. Thank you, Chris, for inviting us. So with the Minority Business Development Agency Business Center here in Albuquerque. And I'm also with Mike Silva. I'm a business advisor, and I will, start the presentation with a quick video. So hope you guys enjoy.
We're the New Mexico Minority Business Development Agency Business Center, more commonly known as MBDA. For more than 5 decades nationwide, we have funded programs that deliver business development services to the nation's minority-owned businesses. You made it here, and you're ready for the next level, to dream bigger and to achieve more. We are where businesses come to grow. Through our national network of MBDA Business Centers, we provide customized business development services that help your company expand its customer base, enter new markets, and gain greater access to capital and contracting opportunities. Our expert consultants will help you build scale and capacity through a wide range of services, including looking for new opportunities for your business, loan packaging, alternative growth strategies, teaming arrangements, market research, export readiness assessment, and being a connector and advocate. As minority-owned firms continue to expand the U.S. economy, strengthen local communities, and support greater job creation, our center in New Mexico is here to help. We believe that strengthening opportunities for diverse businesses creates a prosperous future for all. We make it our business to help you cultivate your success.
Well, thank you for that. I hope you enjoyed the video since I was part of it. No, just kidding. So
you're the star, Sophia. You're the star.
So I will start with an introduction. What we are, right? So we are an agency. We're funded by the U.S. Department of Commerce and operated by the City of Albuquerque Economic Development Department. Now we're part of a national network of 41 business centers. They just added 6 new business centers. And what we do is provide technical assistance to access to contracts, access to capital, and access to new markets. So our vision, of course, is common economic prosperity for all American businesses, enterprise, and I will say we are targeted minority-owned businesses. Our mission is promote the growth of minority-owned businesses through the mobilization and advancements of public and private sector program policy and research. So according to the data, MBDA is working on behalf of nation's 11 million minority-owned firms. So in support, of course, of their growth and global competitiveness. Like we said, so we're part of 11 million minority-owned businesses in the United States, employing more than 6.3 million people and generating more than 1.8 trillion in revenue annually. And this is just a little history and a slide about the different groups that are considered a minority. So we have Asian, African, Hispanic, Native American, and Alaska Native owned. So we serve, like I mentioned, African. In the previous slide, I didn't show the African Americans, but yes, we serve African Americans, Asian Americans, Hispanic Jews, Hispanic Americans, Native Americans, and Pacific Islander. So those where we are considered minority groups. And we serve all the industry, but there are certain concentration that of course, they're kind of like the industries that have growth in biosciences, aerospace, technology, energy, construction, healthcare, optics, cybersecurity, and advanced manufacturing, film, and television. So how we can support minority-owned businesses? So we do it through 3 pillars. In effect, there are 4. But in here in the presentations, we have the 3 first. Access to capital. We do that through supporting with lending packages, supporting the businesses with reference and working with them. Okay, what is your best option? What are you specifically looking for? If you're if you're looking for working capital or the different type of loans, we work with banks, we work with non-profit to try to find the best match for the business. Access to contracts. How we do that is we organize procurement series, or we'll talk about a little bit after about the procurement series. We have 2, I would say, amazing softwares that help us finding opportunities for our businesses. Access to contract. Here we have Indy, that's great to have him. But we have also connections with export centers that MBDA have different export centers around the country that we can connect with them and give support to export to different countries. And I will say the last one is in our pillars is also capacity engaged building. So that's through networking events, through training opportunities. We also have a software called Govologies. So I will previous so that helps with training to all the businesses in different aspects, not only in procurement, but also in some subjects like accounting, like marketing. We also do that. And we, of course, cannot work alone. We work on partnerships, and our main partnerships are of course, the City of Albuquerque, the Albuquerque Hispanic Chamber, West, the Women's Business Center, Arrowhead, and then from New Mexico State University, and African American Chamber. So we work closely with them to reach more businesses, and they support us in our events and work with minority-owned businesses. So here is just like a little history when the MBDA was created. And that was in 1969, and we're about 19 minority-owned firms that had at least 1 employee. So you can see in the graphic. And some milestones in 69, the Executive Order 11458 creates the Office of Minority Business Enterprise. And then in 79, the Office of Minority Business Enterprise becomes the Minority Business Development Agency. And recently now, in 2021, as some of you may know, the President signs a bill making the Minority Business Development Agency permanent. So that's a great news for us. So that was part of the presentation. We are located in the Hispanic Chamber. That is the address, and of course our website is in there for Gabi. And if you guys need the contact information, Gabriela Marques is the center director, Mike Silva, myself, business advisors, and we also have Stephanie as a business advisor. So I will complement also my presentation. Let me start sharing. So with a little bit more explanation of our events, so especially for the procurement series. we do that in partnership with Albuquerque Hispanic Chamber. We actually will start one this fall, October, I think it's next week. Yeah, October 4th. We'll start a procurement series. And this is event that we create, that the Albuquerque Hispanic Chamber creates with partnerships. And what we do is bring anchor institution to not only speak and explain how to do business with them, but then this is a great opportunity that business can have to know and have a, the possibility to have a contract with them, know the opportunity that they have and explain. Besides that, this is a series where you can learn, the small businesses can learn how to procure to contract with the government, is step by step, especially if you don't have an experience, this will be great. But also if you have a little bit of experience, it will be great to network in these opportunities, in this event. So besides that, our procurement series, I mentioned our Gobology and our platforms that we have. And with our concentration, I forgot to mention it at the beginning, but we serve, of course, minority-owned businesses with a revenue of 500K and above, and with the intentions that we can help that businesses to scale up, right? Of course, there are some businesses that are okay as they are, but we need that willingness to growth, and we are here to do that, right? Besides that, because that's a grant that we got for 5 years. Besides that, we have one grant that we focus on smaller businesses. We don't have, of course, also for minority-owned businesses, but we don't have that threshold of revenue. So we can serve startups, we can serve everyone, and we also do all the services for them. And what we're looking for is bring, especially for startups and for smaller businesses that really needs support and different, I will say, aspects of the business, like accounting, like marketing, like social media. We are working on getting these professional services to help our businesses with that. So I will leave it at that.
And I'll add a few things, Sophia.
Yes, go ahead, Mike.
Okay. So one of the things that, as Sophia was sharing the slides, some of the things that we are doing helps with contractors. And, we really support the 8A program at the Hispano Chamber. They have a whole emphasis on that. So, we try and make sure that those clients that are wanting to enter into the federal space connect with some of our minority contractors who are already doing business with the federal government, who are looking for subs and subcontractors to help them, and so they can then grow together. So we have a lot of the services we provide is around matchmaking. So we do a lot of matchmaking with clients who are wanting to enter into the federal space that haven't had the opportunity to do so. So a lot of our work has to do with making connections between those businesses that are in the federal space that want to reach back and support minority vendors. So that whole process is one of the biggest things that we do in helping grow the businesses. Sophia mentioned that we have some software that we are able to take advantage of. So we have what's called Teaming Pro. Teaming Pro is a user-friendly SAM system. For those of you who are familiar with the System of Award Management, SAM, it's sometimes SAM by itself is difficult to navigate through, and this Teaming Pro helps us navigate through that. So a lot of our businesses want to know what's out in the marketplace, what's available, what opportunities are there, and we're able to use that Teaming Pro as a way to show them the opportunities, because it gives them, it not only connects to Sam on the actual opportunity, but it also tells them what contractors are high on the list and are trying to look for other subcontractors to join on that contract. So that's a real important one. And we're also, because of our relationship with Teaming Pro, we're able to give our clients 2-week free access to that software so that they can use it for their research and development. So that's an important service that we provide. And we're also very fortunate to have Sophia and Gabriela. Sophia is from Ecuador, and Gabriela is from Brazil. So we have, the ability to serve in Spanish, in Portuguese, and in English. And so we're very fortunate to have that kind of support at our fingertips. We are located at the Albuquerque Hispano Chamber of Commerce, so we work very closely with the New Mexico Small Business Development Centers. So we have a center right across the hall from us, along with the PTAC Center, Steve Stewart, and so we're very fortunate to work hand in hand with them. So we have a real good ecosystem here at the Hispano Chamber, and just wanted to make sure you knew that. Liliana Reyes is our person that works for the SBDCs here at the Chamber. So she has office hours here. Steve has office hours, as we do ourselves. So as Sophia said also, although the MBDA is organized to support middle-sized businesses to grow, middle size is by the federal government is $500,000 or more in revenue. And so we do a lot to support those businesses in getting contracts so they can continue to grow. But also with a new grant through the COVID relief, we are able to serve smaller businesses, and we provide them real good support. But we also work hand in hand with all the SBA resource partners. So we work with West, we work with, with the different organizations, SBDCs, of course, and we also refer people over to the International Business Accelerator, IBA, and Jerry Pacheco and his group, even though we have Indy here, and Indy will tell you about the services that the MBDA has with their export centers, which is really good. But just to highlight that we do have opportunities to serve all size clients at this stage, and but our function, we are operated by the City of Albuquerque. City of Albuquerque is the operator, so and we've Sophia and Gabriela attended the Med Week in Washington, D.C., where they got to meet with the other business centers throughout the country, get all the latest information on how we can serve our clients. And so a lot of services, and we work hand in hand with you. So we're not competing with each other. We're trying to make sure that each of us grows the businesses that come in. It's not a competition. It's about supporting the businesses. So back to you, Sophia.
I'm sorry, I was on mute. So thank you, Mike, for the addition there. Great. Yeah, it's great that you mentioned, we work in collaborations with everyone that wants to collaborate, and especially all the resources that we have, and we can leverage that SBDC, PTAC, SBA, SCORE, all of that, right? So that's our presentation, basically what we are, and we are happy to take to serve you, every one of you. And of course, if you have any questions, let's do questions.
You know what, Sophia, I forgot to mention, although we're located in Albuquerque, we serve the whole state of New Mexico. We've gone to every community, the larger communities, Las Cruces and Farmington. And so, we are trying to get some matching funds so that we can have personnel in those places. We're trying to grow that way. So that's important that you know that we serve the whole state. But we're not limited to the state of New Mexico. I have several clients that are outside the state of New Mexico. So in Virginia and a lot of the tribal business centers, businesses that we support. So we reach as far as we need to in the U.S. So I forgot to mention that, Sophia.
Exactly. Yes, that's really important, Mike. Thank you. And just to add to that, as we mentioned it, we are not the only center in the country. We are part of 41 centers. So we try to, we basically do not try. We collaborate with all of them. So if you're interested on, hey, I have my business here, but I want to take it to Arizona, or I want to take it to Alabama or other state or city, so we can work with you on that, because we have a great collaboration with other business centers around the country. So thank you for that. Mike, what do you think if we can take questions now?
Yeah, I think it's now we can take questions. Chris, I'm not sure if you do that through the Q&A or through chat. I'm not sure how your process for taking questions.
Let's have anybody with a question, raise your hand, and I'll unmute your mic and you could speak. So Rosa has a question. Rosalinda, let me allow you to talk, and you could unmute yourself and you could speak.
Okay. The unmute button just hi.
Hi, we hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. My name is Rosalinda. I have a business called I was a entrepreneurship
Unfortunately, Rosa, you're breaking up quite a bit. We're not understanding what you're saying.
Okay.
Can you try it again? Can you try it again?
No, I live in a rural area, so I don't.
Oh, there you go. You're coming out clear now. You're clear now. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So I'll try again. My name is Rosalinda, and I have a business called New Mexicast, and I'm moving from being a solopreneur to an entrepreneur, and I have 3 women that work for me at this point. So I don't fit yet into your target as you're discussing, but it sounds like you have some services that would be very helpful. But my question to you is, I hear you talking about a lot of like product-based businesses and maybe like places that have storefronts and that kind of thing, but what about service-based? Mine is, I'm involved in media and podcasting. So do you have stuff for that kind of business, or is this more for like products?
No, it's not just for products. Rosa, it's not just for products. As a matter of fact, that's probably the least number of clients that we have in the product area. We do have manufacturing. Don't worry, don't get me wrong. We do have several businesses that are in the manufacturing of salsa and some other areas that they provide services in. But we do a lot with services. We also work real closely with the Albuquerque Film Office. So for those of you who are interested in working with in the movie industry and the TV industry, we work very closely with the city and with the folks over, at the Netflix and some others, so that we help businesses get film ready. So if you're in that market, please give us a call so we can get you connected to the right folks in that area.
Okay, thank you. I'm actually in the media myself, so I'm actually more interested in looking for support on building some of the business systems, more of a business support than the media support.
Got it.
Thank you, yeah. And I will.
Yeah, great, Rosa, because that's exactly what we do, is provide that support, that business support for your business. So we look forward to hearing from you.
Reach out. Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect. I'll open it up again. Anybody who has any questions, please raise your hand. I don't see any questions now, but we will do Q&A again after Indy's presentation. So if we want to turn it over to Indy, now would be a great time.
Sounds good. Your turn, Indy.
Thank you, guys.
Hi, everyone. It was nice to be here and talk about my work. And here it is. So I'm Indy Vallejos. I'm the U.S. Commercial Service Director for New Mexico. We just opened an office like 8 months ago, and it's based out of Albuquerque, but the office serves the entire state of New Mexico. And prior to this, I'm new to the commercial service, but not to the international export work. Prior to this, I was with the Foreign Agriculture Service for about 10 years. And prior to that, I was with the U.S. Department of State, also doing international work. But I'm here to talk about the U.S. Commercial Service, what we do, and the types of services that we offer. In simple terms, the U.S. Commercial Service, we help companies, in my case, New Mexican companies, export. So if you have a service or a product and you're ready to export, we help you with that. So the U.S. Commercial Service has seen that that if you expand your market share outside the U.S., it's more likely that you grow faster, that you increase your chances of surviving financial global disruption, just like the pandemic, just like the market crash that we experienced a couple of years ago. So it's just like the same principle that investors say, oh, you need to diversify your portfolio. That way you can survive the market crashes. Similarly with market, if your market is only New Mexico or only in, let's say, Albuquerque, then if something goes wrong with Albuquerque, then it's high likely that you will suffer some financial problems. But if you go outside of New Mexico, Texas, California, then your market share starts to grow, and the chances of you surviving any financial disruptions is greater. Similarly, if you expand in international, then those chances, those probabilities of you suffering financial disruptions decreases. We know that the world is wide open. So there's about 70% of the world purchasing power is outside the U.S., Latin America, Europe, Southeast Asia. Some of the markets that are growing. The middle class families sector or section are growing, so that means they have more purchasing power to buy American products and services. So one of the things that we offer as a U.S. federal agency, we have about 100.
Indy, did you want to share your slides?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not sharing?
Not quite yet.
Oh, okay. Share screen. And now?
You're good. Just put it in full presentation mode.
Awesome. Sorry about that.
There we go.
Oh, perfect. So the U.S. Commercial Service, we have offices throughout the U.S. And throughout the states and territories, just like MBDA is. MBDA is our sister agency within the Department of Commerce. Every state has at least one office. Depending how big their economies are, they have more than 3. In Texas, there's one in Houston, Austin, Dallas, El Paso. I'm missing one. And they have a bigger office just because Texas has a bigger economy, so they have more offices. Hopefully, by us opening an office here, and working with agencies like MBDA and other partners, Small Business Administration, the centers, West, and all those companies, we can support companies and bring awareness and resources for them to grow. And hopefully a couple of you will have the opportunity to export. So these are all the services that the federal government and local state level agencies that are out there to support you. Similarly, we have about 70 plus offices around the world. Our offices are embedded inside the US embassies, that their job is to advocate for American businesses in every sector, from agribusinesses to film, to defense, to cybersecurity, to any possible sector that the US as a country has to offer to the world. So they're the eyes and ears of what is going on in those particular sectors. So when a business says, hey, Indy, I want to explore Germany, what is going on in Germany? So I can quickly call the office in the embassy and say, hey, there is a business in New Mexico that wants to explore this sector. What are the chances? How can we tap into those markets? So that's what we do. So the U.S. Commercial Service is divided into different sectors, and it covers all the important sectors that of the U.S. And we work in partnership with other federal agencies, just like the Foreign Agriculture Service, the agency that I used to work with, DoD, and all those other entities that can support or give an edge to the American companies. As you all know, just like domestic market, the world market is very competitive. There's competitors just like the European countries, like the Asian countries, UK. Those are competitors to us. China is a big competitor. But we try as a federal government to give an edge, to give that information to the American companies so that they can make a decision and be proactive in trying to win that opportunity. So the world is open for business. There's a whole wide of opportunities there, and we provide services that deals with export. We provide export counseling, and just like I said before in my just a few minutes ago, yesterday I was with a company that they wanted to explore a European country, and he did not know how and where to go to. He did not know if he needed to register his product. He did not know what kind of code to label his product. He knew the specific sector or business that he wanted to get to talk to, but he did not have the contact. So these are the types of counseling that we offer. We go to the company in the foreign market and tap and knock on their door and say, are you interested in this product? And if they are, then we make that connection. Market intelligence, business matchmaking, and commercial diplomacy. I'll explain that as in different slides because they're kind of different and unique. So one of the benefits that we offer is the convening power. As a US government, we have the power, the convening power of knocking on the doors or picking up the phone and say, I am so-and-so from the US Embassy. Can I speak to the president? Not the president of the country, they'll shut us down, but the president of the company, the CEO of the company. It's high likely that we can open the doors for you and get a conversation with that specific company. Certainly, there are certain sectors that it's easier for the company to make that call than for us. So in that case, the embassy, our colleagues in the embassy would give that advice to you. here is the number. It's better for you to make the call or email them than for us for many reasons. Most of the cases, it's easier for us to do that introduction. So we do that for you. And I always tell people, please use those services. They're there. You're paying your tax money. Use those services. So export counseling, international business development. So we deal mostly with export business development. MBDA and the other partners, they work on the foundation to get you to this point. Yesterday, I met with a company and I asked them to please develop a company capability document. And that document is a 1 or 2 page document that will showcase who you are, what kind of products and services you're offering. It's an elevator speech, pretty much, in a 1-2 page where you showcase who you are and what products and services you offer. And MBDA is the perfect agency to help you with that. And even if you're not exporting, even if you're not going international, it's good to have that with you. When you're going out on a trade show or talking to businesses, you just pull that paper and give that to them. It's a very short, concise summary of who you are, what you do, and where you're located. E-commerce. During the pandemic, everybody noticed that e-commerce, e-market is a thing. It's a channel for you to do sales. So it's very important for you to make sure that your website is up to date. Make sure that you have all your emails, your address, and make sure that your pictures depict who you are, what kind of service you are offering, because that will determine a sale. Similarly, make sure that your headlines capture the person that is doing research in Google, so that when that person puts a name there, your product or your business will come up on the top 10 or 20 search. Because as you guys know, when you're researching, how many of you go to the next page? Very few of us, right? I might go to the second page of the Google when I'm researching, but beyond that, I don't. So it's very important to do that. And we offer that service. From an international perspective, from an expert perspective, we have technical expertise that would go there and say, these are the recommendations that we offer, and it's up to you to fix it. We don't fix it for you. We give it to you so that you can talk to your web design folks and have them fix that for you. So market intelligence. There's so many companies out there, even universities, that would offer that to you, and it's up to you. We do that for the American businesses. The Department of Commerce has purchased a really sophisticated database whereby we can narrow down the world to let's say the 5 most important countries that you can do business with. And then you make a decision where to go. And once you say, India, I want to go to these 2 countries, then I would call the embassy and see if we can tap into those markets. Initial market check is we quickly do a research in the country to see what are the possibilities, how feasible it is for you to do business in there. It's a very thorough research that the embassy does. Customized research, a lot of, let's say if you're selling a very specific product or you have a very specific service, we do that for you. And the Foreign Agriculture Service that I used to work before, they do sectors, agriculture, even within agriculture, they do seeds. And even during seeds, there's different varieties of seeds. Agribusiness, that's a huge sector, that's what they serve. They serve the agribusiness sector. They serve the cattle industry, the grain industry. They don't do a very narrow, specific granular service. In the commercial service, we do that. We recognize that every sector, even subsectors, have a different niche, and we try to customize those services. We try to customize your request, and we're very flexible with that. International company profile. There's we do a thorough vetting for the U.S. American company and for the client, for the foreign client. We want to make sure that you're capable to deliver what you are trying to sell. We want to make sure that if the foreign company says, I want 100 of them, and that you're able to do that in a timely manner. Similarly, for the foreign client, we try to make sure that they have the network. If you're looking for a distributor, we make sure that they have the buying power when they sit down at the table for you, and make sure that they're not part of the sanction list. Business matchmaking, it is what it sounds. We introduce you to another business, a foreign business. Partner search, we look for partners, whatever type of partners that you're looking for, distributors, a private entity, chain store. We do single company promotion. You go to the embassy and we do a very nice promotion. People come to you to learn about your company. Would you feature U.S. exporting list? We have a website in the U.S. embassies where we feature your business abroad in a specific country that you're interested in. We put your business in a service providers list if that's what you want, so that when people research in our website, they'll find you there. A lot of the foreign companies come to us because we thoroughly vet our companies, and they rely on us to make sure that they're tapping into a reliable company. Similarly, for American companies rely on us to provide a reliable, trustworthy business partner, a foreign business partner. Trade events, we do trade shows, trade missions around the world. The one that's coming up is in March. It's going to be in Southeast Asia. It's called the Trade Winds. It's going to be March 2023. It's open for registration right now. You can contact me later if you want to find information about that. Commercial diplomacy, hopefully none of you guys get to use this, but it's pretty much if you get into trouble, your product is stuck at port and you don't know how or why they're doing that. So the U.S. Embassy, along with our U.S. partners in the embassies, we try to figure out for you what is going on and try to give you some recommendation as to how you can solve that issue. Or if you are not getting paid for the service or product that you've delivered, we give you recommendations as to how you can solve that problem. We don't solve the problem for you. We give you suggestions as to who you need to talk to within the foreign government, or perhaps you're at the point where you need a lawyer. We give you a list of possible lawyers that have the expertise and the know-how to solve those problems. And we serve all companies, from as long as you're exporting, we solve them. The companies that don't come to us, like Tesla, SpaceX, Microsoft, Amazon, those are very large companies, and they've created a name throughout the years. So they by themselves, they have a convening power to even go to the president of a foreign country or the minister of the foreign country and solve their issues. I mean, they would come to us if they're in really bad, they're in really big trouble. They would come to us and we would step in and help them as well. So if you go to trade.gov, there's tons of information there, marketing data, and it goes by sector, and it goes by country or region. And I can go into details with you if you want that, and it's free. You can. There's tons of information out there. and it's very overwhelming. And that's why we give the market research service, because for medium-sized small businesses, you don't have the expertise, probably don't have the expertise. Even if you do have the expertise, you don't have the time to do that market research, and we can work with you on that. So again, this is my name, this is my contact. If the only thing that I'm good at, I'm very responsive with my email. If I don't respond to you in a timely manner, please give me a call. Say, Indy, I sent you an email. Please, can you help me? And again, all we do is export. We do international export. We facilitate export. And we work with partners like MBDA, as like I said before. We work with the New Mexico Economic Development Department. And the federal government gives every single state in the US and territories, probably, I think, funding, what they call STEP grant. It's the State Trade Expansion Program grant. And that grant is used to subsidize fees that companies are using to export. For example, if you need to pay a registration fee in a foreign country, if you need to improve your website so that it becomes export ready, if you want to participate in a trade show and there are fees, you can use that. And I'm sure MBDA and myself have the same contact that you can tap into for that. And one of the things one last thing that I want to mention is export ready. What do I mean by export ready? International export is a very competitive world. It's very tough. So first of all, is you need to have the willingness to do that. You're at a point in your business whereby you're like, okay, I'm ready to export. So what does it take to export? You need to know what market you need to get into. And you've had successful sales, historical sales data in the US, preferably in New Mexico, California, Texas, or anywhere in the US. Throughout the years, you've had successful sales, and logically for most companies, the next step would be go international, and also be able to expand if needed. If you tap into a market where there's a huge demand, can you quickly expand? Can you quickly hire 1 or 2 people to increase production? Or do you have the resources to do that? Registration fees abroad can be expensive. If the company says, oh, I want you to come to Germany or Tanzania or Vietnam to give us a presentation or show us a sample of your product, do you have the funds to travel there and do that? I'm just saying this not to scare everyone, about how expensive and how hard it is. I'm just trying to be as realistic as possible. But again, there are resources. We're here to help you navigate that. MBDA is there to help you with the foundation, so that when you're ready, you can do that. And this is it for me. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for inviting me. It's a pleasure to serve you all.
Thank you. Let's open it up again for questions. So again, if you want to ask a question, please raise your hand and you're welcome to speak. And Indy, while we wait for some questions, could you elaborate a little bit more on what we were talking about earlier? You said you were helping people trade in tourism, and that was a question Rosalinda asked earlier about more than just trade in product. Can you talk more about that?
Yeah, so tourism is so when I said I cover all sectors, and pretty much like Rosalinda was saying earlier, people think about product, something that you can touch, like a jar of salsa or a drone, or but it goes beyond that. Tourism is a sector that we cover. We have a team within the U.S. Commercial Service that dedicates itself to promote American tourism abroad, and New Mexico can tap into that. If you're part of if you have hotel, or if you have if you're a tour guide, or you're doing river rafting, anything that encompasses within the tourism sector, or jewelry, we help you with that. We give you services. We help you promote your business abroad. We can, if you're interested in a particular country, we can tap into that country and find the best way how you can promote your business abroad. And one of the ways, and this is why it's important to really make sure that your websites are up to date, because people are constantly searching. And if you ask your website designer on the back end of your website, you can tell who is tapping into your website. More broadly, what country is that person from? If you see attraction that from Germany, from the UK, from Japan, the numbers are kind of high, then most likely it's a good thing to see if we can promote your business in Japan. So yeah, tourism is a sector that we cover.
Can you give, and this is open to all panelists, can you give examples of maybe services that are sought in other countries from the United States?
Services that are
if you wanted to trade in service rather than products.
Yeah, some of the things that come to me is cybersecurity, e-government. By e-government, I mean there is a lot of third world countries that are finally investing on e-services. We take for granted here in the US that we can easily go in a government website and submit an application for passport, for registering anything. But in a lot of countries, you'd have to go to the Capitol and stand in line for long lines, So now the governments are trying to figure out how to move from a paper way of doing business to online. And that involves, marketing. You can how to develop a website, how to develop that e-platform, how to promote, videos, marketing materials, So those are the things that I've seen come through my desk in the past few weeks.
Perfect. On that same note, how about the services sought by the government? Are they looking for very small well, you really focus on medium firms, but what kind of services are they looking for from the medium firms?
For commercial service, for the medium firms, I mean, a lot of these for services, let's say, even you wouldn't have to talk about ICT. If you have a technical expertise on say agriculture, I'm considered a technical, and I used to do this in my foreign agriculture service days. I used to tap into an American technical experts on agriculture. Or sometimes we helped revamp the Honduran and Panama agricultural sector by developing a market information system. You know, how do you, if you're really good with statistics, you can train the local government's technical extension officer on statistics. You know, you can you know, I mean, those services are really hard to promote, but through MBDA services, tapping into U.S. government funds, if you, and I'm sure Mike or Sophia can probably look into the SAMS.gov, or I forgot the website where the U.S. government puts out opportunities. You can search through there, and USAID, the Foreign Agriculture Service, oftentimes put opportunities there saying, I'm looking for a company that can help us with statistics and is willing to go to Honduras, you know. Or
Thanks. That's a good point, Indy, because we do have, through our Teaming Pro, the ability to enter a client's NACE code, you know, if they're specifically in some research area or whatever, or just their product code, whatever, and we can enter their NACE code and get the federal opportunities.
Yeah, and then oftentimes it's the media also, USAID trying to find a media expert to help them promote their services in X country. And by federal law, they're obligated to put those opportunities in, I forgot that website, for all Americans to have the same opportunity.
It's the SAM website.
SAM website. So, and you need a SAM.gov
UAI.
yeah, that, and I'm sure Sophia and Mike, I used to do this all the time in my previous job, and I'm 8 months in after that, I can't remember those acronyms anymore, but and we're here, and Sophia and Mike are here to navigate you through those things. And I always say ask, you know, when in doubt, ask. If we don't have the answer, I'm sure like Mike and Silva and Sophia, they can probably figure out where to find that answer.
I just have a quick question, Crazy, so I can.
Of course.
I mean, for Indy, so some of businesses that I heard are kind of like hesitant a little bit, or maybe they're, sometimes afraid because they're small, right? And they say, oh, export. I'm not thinking on export maybe for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
So in your experience, how you can, encourage these small businesses that don't have a large production to enter to this world of exporting?
Yeah, I this morning I was doing some research, and I ran into this picture that showed pretty much baby steps. How do you get, if you're a small business, how do you get into the international export arena? And part of it is you being here, finding the information, the offices that are there to help you. You being here is the first step for you to success. Now some things, at least that a U.S. commercial service exists. Now that MBDA exists. West and small business development centers exist. These services are there to help you, and all of them help you to create a good foundation for your business to succeed. And also the next step would be to call. And there's no, you won't know unless you call and find out. Unless and then we're here to coach you. It's not going to happen overnight, of course. It's a process. and we're here to guide you, to take you to that process. And there's a lot of small businesses here that that are small, but they're tapping into the large market, and they're being successful. And it's a matter of taking the chances and sort of being daring to get into the international market. So, I mean, there's no clear steps on export, you know. There's no like if you have this, you'll succeed. It's all about being at the right moment, and being out there, constantly being out there to succeed. And I always tell businesses, think about myself, think about the U.S. Commercial Service as your international office. You know, think about MBDA as your business development office. You know, you have an office next door, just pick up the phone and call Mike or Sophia to help you with any business strategy development. Or if you want to tap into the market, call me and we'll do that. Or Chris Garcia, if he's the best person, or you feel more comfortable with him, you know. So we're here to help you.
Well, thank you all for that. We're at time, so I'm going to dismiss our attendees if they're ready to leave. I'll stay on with all of our panelists. If you have anything you want to discuss with me, I'm happy to help you. And I was going to ask you, Sophia, would you send me your presentation? And let me check my email address to you.
Yeah, the presentation. Okay.
Yes, and I'll send it to everybody in an email who attended.
Yeah, of course. And of course, all the services are free. So people need to, you know, take advantage of that, as Edie said. Okay, I will send it.